What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? If you guys can hear me and you guys can see me, do me a quick favor, drop a number 5 in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you are alive and pumped up and ready to go. What's up, everybody? So guys, as you can see, I am in a different area than usual. I'm actually not in the studio today. And the reason for that is we're going to be doing a brand new segment and a brand new series that's going to be coming to you guys every single week. And it's going to be called Whiteboard Wednesdays. And basically what's going to happen is for about an hour, I'm going to come on here every single week and I'm going to just teach you guys things that I'm learning within my business, things that I've learned within my agency, failures, successes, really like high level moments that I had. And the goal of that is to, one, inspire you guys to be able to do the same thing. 2 is to be able to teach you guys really cool strategies and tactics that you can plug inside of your business to help you increase revenue, get better processes and procedures going with your team, build a team, do better in fulfillment, get a better prospecting method going down for your agency. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be going through week after week. So first and foremost, who is pumped up? Where are you guys from? Drop it in the chat really quick. Where are you guys from in this world? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. We'll give everybody a minute or two to just jump on here. So you got a lot of people here. Virginia, Philippines, Florida, Zurich, Minnesota, Virginia, Ontario, Missouri, Albany, Pittsburgh, Miami, St. Louis, Alabama, Kansas, Vancouver, London. Man, there's people, LA, Sarasota Springs. So you guys are all over the world. Now, guys, this room is going to fill up here shortly. Once again, this new series called Whiteboard Wednesdays. I just want to set expectations properly of the setup and kind of what we have going on here. So I got my camera right up here up top, which you guys can see me here, but right down here below, I actually have my handy dandy whiteboard. So there's a big screen I have right down here, and I'm going to be whiteboarding everything. And that's kind of going to be the theme of today. It's what's in my mind. It's everything that I'm thinking. It's everything that I've done, literally putting pen to paper, or pen to tablet, I guess. And showing you guys the process, because I don't know about you guys, but how many people in here, drop a number 3 in the chat if this is you. How many people are in here are visual learners where you physically need to see something drawn out for your mind to be like, yep, that's it. Now I get it, right? That's how I am. As you can see behind me, I'm a big fan of whiteboards. I have practically half my office is whiteboards, and I literally just whiteboard everything out that I'm thinking of before I put any idea to actual production, right? So I think about all the things that can happen, how it works, what the dependencies are, what people are associated, if it's revenue generating activities, what the revenue is that could possibly be coming out of this, right? What's the scaling look like? What does the future look like for this, right? So anything that we do always starts with a whiteboard. So I figured what better way to every week come on here with you guys and do this every single week. So for those of you guys that are on here, I want you guys to do me a favor. First thing I need you to do is block your calendars every single Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. EST. Block your calendars every single Wednesday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. EST, because I'm going to be sending you guys invites every week to join me, and it's going to be a new topic every single week. We already have 3 new topics scheduled for the following 3 weeks, which is really cool. I'll share with you guys at the end of this webinar. Also, another thing, webinars in the past that we've done, they've gone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. These are really going to be short, condensed webinars, really methodically thought out, and it's almost going to bring you inside of my brain. So if any of you guys are like, what is Chad thinking? How does Chad think before he does these things? Like, what's in his mind? Literally every single Wednesday, I'm going to dig everything out of my mind and put it right here on paper for you guys. So who's pumped up? Drop a number 3 in the chat if you are super pumped up. Drop a number 5 in the chat if you blocked out your calendar and you're going to hang out with me every single Wednesdays for Whiteboard Wednesdays, where we do this every single week. One big thing that I have on here is there is no offers. There is no pitches. I have absolutely nothing to sell you guys. This is not only for you guys to be able to learn, but this is also for me to be able to express, because I really do like sharing really cool ideas and really awesome things that we're experiencing in our business. I want to be able to share that with you guys. So there will be no offers in here. I'm not selling anything. Take your credit cards and put it away. Every Wednesday, I want you guys to just come hang out with me and just learn. All right. Now, obviously, to bring the elephant out of the room, for any of you guys, everything that I'm going to be speaking about, a lot of the strategies, they are tied to the software that we have and to the fulfillment services, because that is what we do. So it just makes sense to do that and walk you through those processes. But for the majority, everything will be right here on the whiteboard. So I'm not going to be doing screen sharing, not going to be doing slide decks or anything like that. So once again, if you are pumped up and ready to get started today, we're going to be talking about, I have a side screen here, by the way, guys, so I'm turning to the side. I got all my notes on here, so just hang with me. We're like in a really homey environment. We're all hanging out together. Just picture I invited you guys all to my office to hang out for the day, and you got an over-the-shoulder view, literally, of how I'm doing stuff and how I'm drawing stuff out and how my mind works when I think about business, okay? And it's all going to be agency related, so it's going to be for you guys. So today we're going to talk about how to replicate the prospecting gold mine without spending $1 in ads, getting super technical, or having a massive team, right? So before we get into the drawing, I really want to talk to you guys about the concept of what that really is. Like, what does that mean? What is the prospecting gold mine, right? And if any of you guys read the actual description in the Zoom meeting, it basically said, instead of doing the free consultation or the I'm the best marketer spiel that basically everyone is doing to try to generate new clients, that stuff unfortunately doesn't work anymore. And if it does work, you're probably not seeing efficient, sustainable results every single day using those methods, right? Like just cold calling people and saying, hey, I'm a digital marketing agency. I'd love to show you how to generate more business. You're probably like the 50th person that called them that day using the same pitch and the same approach. So what we really need to think about is, how do we go outside of the box? And I think everything I've instilled in any of my businesses, which is DashClicks and then our retail agency, social agency when we had it, is how do we think outside of the box and how do we do things that other people are not doing so we can stand out, right? And I really want you to put that into your brain, because that's going to be the core message that we're going to be talking about here in today's webinar. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's do some drawing. And by the way, this is a brand new setup for me. So if I'm messing anything up, please let me know and be like, Chad, nothing is working here. Stop what you're doing. All right, cool. Awesome. Love it. So first and foremost, let me open up my chat here on the side. Get you out of here and over here. Can you guys see my whiteboard? Drop a number 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure that all the techie stuff is out of the way. Cool. All right. So basically, guys, what I really want you guys to think about is the concept of right now, if you really strip everything back and like, let's really go bare bones here, right? Let's go super bare bone. Right now, your goal is to basically generate traffic. And my handwriting sucks, so just bear with me here. So your goal is really to like get all these people, right? All these beautiful people, right? And there's a bunch of them, all these people here, okay? The goal of that is to get them either to your website, either to an offer, either to a landing page. And this is basically where conversion, I'm horrible at writing. Let's see how I can do this. Don't want to delete that. All right, let's go here and cool. And I will delete that. All right, awesome. Go back in here. I'm still learning how to use this, guys, so bear with me. It's a brand new tablet that we just purchased. So this is basically where conversion number 1 is going to happen. Okay. And what you're thinking about, like, what is conversion number 1? All right, we're going to get to that in a second. Okay. This is essentially where conversion number 2 is going to happen. All right, and I'm going to break this down really, really simply for you guys, okay? First thing, conversion number 1. When I am sending traffic, let's talk about what traffic is. Traffic can be multiple things, okay? Traffic can literally be phone calls, right? Traffic can be inbound or outbound. I could be doing phone calls. I could be maybe have a Facebook group, right? That's my form of traffic. Like we have a Facebook group. We get a lot of traffic from that. I could be doing email marketing. Okay. I can be doing walk-ins where I'm literally walking into businesses. I could be doing conferences, right? This is just to give you a couple ideas. This is all different forms of traffic. And each one of these is obviously a way to get basically somebody to here, okay? What is the first thing that you want to do? What is your actual goal here, right? What are you trying to sell? Most people, I think, where they fail is they try to do this first. This is the first thing that they try to do. And then they try to do this second after they figure out the first thing. And then they try to do this third, okay? That doesn't work, okay? So if you're generating traffic and you're sending them to your offer, and then here you're trying to get a purchase, right? If you strip everything back, it's really as simple as that. I'm taking people in whatever form, I'm basically sending them to an offer, and then I am sending them to a purchase. And better yet, most of you guys, obviously, because everyone in here everyone in here is an agency, right? This is probably going to be a phone call, okay? This is where you're going to start tracking metrics, right? So your goal is to generate traffic, and most of you guys know this is prospecting, okay? So most of you guys know this is prospecting, right? And this is what most people know as demos, right? And this is obviously what most people know as a sale, right? Sale, making money, right? I think what most people are where they're struggling is they're trying to do things the wrong way. And in essence, if you really look at it, it would make sense to do this first, this second, and this third. But the problem is that most people are doing this where they're generating traffic and they don't even know what their actual initial core offer is, or they don't even know what conversion number one is going to be, okay? Or they don't even know what they're actually going to be selling and what they're going to be selling it for. They're so focused on just simply generating traffic. And that's honestly the worst thing that you can do. What I recommend doing is go backwards and flip it. What you really want to focus on first is what you're going to be selling. This should actually be number one. Number two should be focusing on, okay, I know what I'm going to be selling. Now, how can I actually get people to schedule calls with me, right? What's my method of getting people to schedule calls if that's what I'm doing? What does my demo process look like, right? What does that actually look like? And then three, now you're like, all right, cool. I got that. Let me start running traffic, okay? Is everybody good on that? Can you guys drop a number one in the chat if you guys are good on that? If you guys understand that philosophy, really, really simple, okay? Let me get my chat open here for you guys. Cool. By the way, guys, Q&A, we're going to do at the end. So if you have questions, you don't need to raise your hand or do anything like that. We'll handle all that at the end. I'm going to flow here for the sake of time. All right. So if everybody understands that, I want to go to the next slide here. Okay. Cool. All right. Next slide. Now that we understand what that is, all right, how do we think outside the box? All right. Let me go into really quick, just 2-minute storytelling. Okay, so let me exit out of the whiteboard really quick. I want you guys to be here with me. All right, when we were running our agency, who wants to hear first of all the best offer that we had that made us the most money long term? Right, you guys want to hear that? Drop a number 5 in the chat if you guys would like to hear what that offer was. Right, by the way, if you guys are watching the replay for this, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're in a Facebook group, I want you guys to also drop comments inside of the chat because our team and myself is going to go on this later on and answer that for you guys. So it doesn't matter what platform you're on, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, IG, whatever it is, drop your comments below and engage with the video because we're going to be there to support you guys, okay, and answer those questions. So what I'm saying is we really need to start thinking outside of the box, right? And how do we do that, all right? So first thing we need to think about, like I said before, was the product, right? Product. What are we actually selling? What's the actual thing that we're selling, okay? So for us, our core offer was websites, okay? So we were actually selling websites because we knew that, oh, can we see the whiteboard? Oh. Let me get the whiteboard on for you guys. See, I'm used to not doing the controls here, everybody. We have a whole studio and we have a team that does all the controls for me. I'm usually just there writing stuff on the board. So just hang with me. Sometimes I'll forget, but yeah. So there's a product and then you try to generate money to that product. But then we really need to think about, okay, well, that's pretty cool. But what is my product and how does it work? And why is my product different? And why does my product actually sell? Like what's the irresistible offer? Why do people actually want to buy my product? So we thought about websites. And if you think about it, every business needs to have a website. It's super important, right? So websites was great for us. But then we thought about, and this is like pre-DashClicks, guys. This is when we had our call center and we had like 20 people on our call center. We were doing a bunch of outbound calls and inbound calls. We had a sales team. And this is literally the flow that we did. Okay. So we thought about what would be a product that everybody could, what would be a product that everybody would need, right? Everyone needs a website. Cool. So the need for the product, right? That was done. Like everyone needed a website, right? And then we thought about, okay, well, let's continue moving forward. How do we actually do this at scale? Because I'm future proofing. I'm like, well, I can't just sell websites for 5K like everyone else is doing. That would just make me be like everybody else, right? And I would just be like the same person offering websites to people. And that's really not that creative. So we thought about a way where we can literally create websites on the fly. And this is kind of like where InstaSites was born, right? For those of you guys who don't know what InstaSites is, it's a website builder. You simply fill out a form, you select a template. There's 220 templates in DashClicks, and you can literally build a website on the spot, right? So before we even built that tool, we had to think about a way to build that tool and build that whole process, right? And we thought about, well, okay, well, what if we could give away a free website? That would be like crazy. That's almost like an irresistible offer. And then we thought about, well, how do we do that? How do we make that work? Because that's really complex, right? So we ended up building InstaSites, and it was basically, like I said, it was a form that we would fill out, and we would just press go, right? We'd have a little button here. We press go, and it would literally go out, and it would take all, it would literally take, all the form fields, and it would basically inject them all over the website. And then we were like, okay, well, that's awesome, because now on my calls, I can have my product and I can basically say, do you want a free website? Or I can use that as part of my package. And we'll get into offering and stuff here in a minute, right? But the concept is down. So now I'm offering something different, right? Now I have a different approach for people. We got that down. And then the next one was price, like the price for my product. I can't price my product the same like everybody else because it wouldn't make it irresistible. It just would be like a website that I'm selling for 5K, right? So then we were like, okay, well, what if we came out with something crazy? What if we sold websites for like, I don't know, like $197. And then plus there was like, let's say $99 a month not 99, $49 a month. So that's $49 a month, basically recurring. And we thought about that. And we were like, okay, well, that's not going to make us rich, right? And that's probably what you guys are thinking. Well, Chad, like even if I sell like 2 websites a week, like it's like $500 I'm doing in sales. It's really not that much. That's not going to help feed my family and do everything that I need to do. This is why I'm speaking to you guys about future proofing. I think this is where everyone in the agency space is failing. They're going in for the kill and they're not thinking about the future of the sale and what the journey looks like. This was our entry level product. This was the product where we knew if we can create and craft such a crazy, irresistible offer to people, where we were like, hey, like we have such an amazing product. It's such an amazing price. I know that you need it. You're almost like putting people in a corner where like, there's practically no way I can say no to this. Because if I said no, it would be like a bad business decision. Like the website you're giving me looks 10 times better than my website right now, or the website you're giving me is great because I don't even have a website right now, right? I'm paying $200 for it, where everyone else that's called me today is trying to sell me a website for 3 to 5K, right? There's also a website builder. So this is where you start stacking, right? In the offer, there's a website builder. I can log in. I can edit my website myself. I don't need outside support or hire web developers every single time and pay them an hourly fee to edit my website. Like it's self-service, right? This makes sense to me, right? And we start taking basically all of those people, and we basically put them into a bucket. Right, got a little bucket here. When you started, the goal was to fill up this bucket with as many people. So people would basically say yes. This was the plan, basically, and we'll go through the journey. People would basically say yes to this, and then they would fall into our bucket. This, everyone, is called our front-end offer. Okay, front-end offer. I'm gonna write that down. Front-end offer. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know what a front-end offer is, a front-end offer is something that you offer on the front to attract people, get them inside of your world, and then you make money on your back-end offers, right? This was our front-end offer. We knew that if we were going to generate and send a lot of traffic to this specific product right here, and we sold nothing but that on the first phone call, and that was all we were doing, we knew that we would fill up our bucket a lot quicker. How many of you guys think that if my product was not a website, and let's say my product was SEO as an example, all right, and I started selling SEO, and I started selling SEO for like $799 a month, right? Let's say I started selling SEO for that, okay? So this is my SEO offer. Oops, SEO. All right, cool, whatever, you guys get it, right? How much longer do you think it would take to fill up this bucket? It would take a lot longer, right, to fill up this bucket. Do you guys agree with me? Drop a number 3 in the chat. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to basically sell a product that's affordable, that they need, than to sell a higher end product, right? And a lot of people know this is the value ladder, right? So if you really think about it, this is a front end offer that we have going in and actually selling it, filling up this bucket. This is our main goal. This is what we want. We want to get people into our actual world. We want to get people into our world because we know once they get into our world, they're going to start buying more products from us. And that's literally what ended up happening. And that's how we built our multi-million-dollar agency called Social Agency. This is the exact approach that we took. So let me go back now. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Delete everything. Let's go back. So if you remember, the first offer was traffic, or the first slide was traffic. And then we went from traffic and we were like conversion number 1, right? And then conversion number 2. Okay. So conversion number 1, conversion number 2. This, once again, for you guys is going to be doing a demo. And this, let's just call it Insta Sites, right? That's going to be your offer. Okay. That's basically what we need to do. So we need to figure out how to basically send traffic. All these people, and we need to get them going into a demo, right? It's process number 2. And if you start seeing what's happening here, you're starting to build out a pipeline, right? Our conversion number 1 is doing a demo, and our conversion number 2 is selling an Insta site. And we're selling that Insta site, let's just call it for $197 plus $49 a month. That's our front end offer, right? And then after that, we have our back end offer, which can be like conversion number 3. And maybe on conversion number 3, we're selling them, some of you guys might want to do SEO there, right? And you can do that for, let's say, whatever, like $7.99 a month, right? And it could keep going down that rabbit hole. But the whole point of this is, how many people right now, and I want you guys just to look in the chat and fill the room out. How many people right now are struggling getting repeating new customers daily inside of your agency? Drop a number 1 in the chat and be honest. How many people right now are struggling by getting people into your world every single day with a credit card in hand, buying something from you? Okay. I can tell you that the reason most likely that that's happening to you is, 1, you're not focusing here. Okay. You're not focusing on the traffic element of this. Okay. Because without traffic, you're not making any revenue. And 2, you don't have a solid offer here where people are actually buying. Some of you guys might be generating a lot of traffic, right? You might be scheduling a lot of demos, but you're not selling. How many of you guys are in that bucket where you're like, Chad, I'm driving traffic at ads, I'm doing cold calling, I'm doing email blasts, I'm doing the demo calls, but I'm not selling every single day or multiple times a week. Drop a number 3 in the chat if that's you. All right. How many people fall into that bucket? Cool. So I think most people on this channel are actually falling into bucket number 1, where you're literally just stuck. And I think You might be one either at the beginning stages. That could be a possibility, right? Where you're just starting out. How many people, I just want to fill the room out. How many people are just starting out in their agency? Just drop a number or two in the chat. How many people just starting out in their agency? Cool. And by starting out, I can like month, 2 months, couple months, right? You're just kind of getting the swing of things. You're getting used to things. And that's totally fine. That's awesome. I mean, you guys are in the perfect place, to be honest with you guys, right? So this is where you need to focus on. You need to create like a game plan, right? Because if you don't have a game plan, you're just gonna, like, if you're going into DashClicks, you're like, oh my God, DashClicks does all these things. I'm just gonna use them for fulfillment, and I'm just gonna throw darts at the wall. And if somebody can come to me and they can buy one of these like 7 things, and that's awesome. But that's not how to build a real strategy and how to actually build a real pipeline for yourselves, right? So at the end of the day, we need to really focus on that. So if we do this right here, and we have this down, we're like, all right, well, cool. I know what my conversion number 3 is. I know what my conversion number 2 is. I know on my demos, I'm going to maybe, share my screen and show the website and talk about all the benefits of the website that they're going to have, right? I'm going to talk about pricing. I'm going to talk about how our websites are better than everybody else's. I'm going to talk about maybe how our websites are, pre-SEO optimized for search, how it has, some of the templates we have like 30, 40 pages on them. There's so many, right? This is where you're stacking. You're talking about your product and you're like, this is awesome, 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 in hopes that at the end get them here to make that purchase, to get them to conversion number 2, right? So I'll do another webinar at a later time showing you how to do really awesome demos, but that's pretty much what it is right now. It's you selling the product and having really good product knowledge and understanding what the product is in order to get somebody to tip over the edge. And that's what we like to call it. It's like they're on the hook, man, right? Because like, think about it. And I want you guys to think about the psychology here. How many times have you got somebody on a demo and they didn't buy from you? Drop a number 1 in the chat. How many times have you got someone on a demo or on a phone call and they actually, at the end, were like, no, I'm not interested. They didn't buy from you. Drop a number 1 in the chat if that's you. And if that's not you, come on, like you're not doing enough sales, because that happens to me every single day, right? Drop a number 1 in the chat if that's happened to you. Come on, everybody. You guys got to be interactive. It's got to be a fun webinar. Drop a number 1 in the chat if that's happened to you. Like, yes, it's happened to you for sure. Because if it didn't happen to you, then you have a 100% close rate. And if you have a 100% close rate, then you shouldn't even be on this webinar. You're crushing it, right? And I guarantee nobody in this room, including myself, has a 100% close rate, okay? It's just not possible, all right? Somebody said break the chat. Yes, there you go, Brian. Break the chat. All right, so what you guys need to figure out is, how can I create like the best demo possible to get somebody to tip over the edge? Because guess what? If they're on this call with you, if they're on a demo, if they're on a Zoom call, if they're on a phone call with you, they're on the call to make a purchase or they wouldn't be on that call. Light bulb moment for you. Why would they take the time out of their busy day to jump on the call with you? It's not because you're good looking. It's not because you're smarter than them. It's because they were interested in what you had to say here. So they decided to go here. And now it's your job to get them from there to here. But if you're failing on doing this right here, then chances are your product sucks, or chances are your offer sucks, or chances are your pricing is too high, or chances are you're not reaching the right target audience. You're not speaking to the right people. I mean, many variations of that. Chances are is your offer is just not good. But what we did, and this was the big golden moment of the whole webinar here, where you want to get your notepad out and write this down or screenshot this, is selling a product that everybody can buy at an irresistible offer. That was our secret. It's a secret. I know it's crazy. You're like, Chad, it's not really that crazy. That was the biggest turning point. Once we did that, because originally before we started selling into sites here, our conversion number 2 was actually SEO in our call center. We were selling SEO. We were actually selling SEO for $6.99 a month. And then it was plus $199 setup fee. Setup fee. All right. That's basically what we were selling. And we were like getting like maybe like 1 or 2 of those orders every single week. The second that we were like, you know what? This is not a good hook. The second we switched over to doing this right here, conversion number 2, we were literally selling like 20 websites a week in our call center. Okay. That is huge, because all we're doing is, once again, if you go back to the previous slide, remember that thing where we were talking about, hey, we got to fill up our bucket, right? This bucket. You got to continue to get people in here and fill up your bucket, right? The bucket is the most important thing, because How many of you guys know that it's easier to sell to an existing customer than to a brand new person on the street? You guys agree with me? It's easier to sell somebody that's already done business with you, that you already have their credit card on file, than it is to sell a brand new person that has never done business with you. It's just common sense, guys. Okay. So the goal of this, think about the psychology here is, if I can say get more yeses here, then why wouldn't I use that as my avenue to fill up my bucket? Because guess what? I got all these people's credit cards on file. They trust me, right? There's a level of trust here in this bucket, right? This is all this thing that this bucket has. Now, because I'm doing their website, I'm also their tech person. Now, all of a sudden, I become their tech person. I also now am their marketing person, right? Because now they're coming to me and they're like, well, dude, you're doing my website. Like, aren't you the techie dude that just does all that stuff? Just do all my stuff. Like, here, like, just do it, right? This opens up Pandora's box, okay? Your goal, people, everybody on this webinar, what I want you guys to take from today is, how do I fill up this bucket and how do I do it as fast as possible? And that's where we're going to go into traffic here in a minute. Okay, so went through number 3. We understood what the product was. Your product, everybody, if you want to take anything from this, is websites. Go sell a website. It's the easiest entry point. It's the fastest way to scale. It's the fastest way to fill this bucket up. Okay, I'm sorry, conversion number 2, right? And then conversion number 1 is, think about it. When you're demoing, how easy is it to demo a website that's already built for them, where you literally have a tangible item where you're like, here, let me share my screen. Let's go through your brand new website. I can show you what it looks like. And all I need to do is just take your credit card at the end of the call, and that will be active today. Your website will be up. There's literally a tangible product that they can feel, they can see. It makes the tip process for them to going from conversion number 1, from conversion number 2, that much easier. Whereas SEO, it's this thing where they're like, it's unsure. They're not sure if it's going to work for them. You're not showing them that it's going to work on their website. You're just maybe giving them data and statistics on some case studies, on some other things that you've done, and it could possibly work. Your chances of making that sale, guys, is a lot lower. Just speaking statistically, we try them both in our call center. And when I say our call center, I'm talking about like thousands of calls a week trying this. So like we've split tested this heavily. We spend millions of dollars in our own dollars testing these theories, right? So what I'm telling you guys is the goal is to fill up this bucket. All right, let me wipe this really quick. I'll give you guys a second to screenshot this. I know it looks crazy right now because I wrote all over it, but let's go through here. Let's get a brand new board going in here because I want to really talk about traffic now. All right, so we understand that our product should be websites. We should be selling websites. A good price point, by the way, pro tip for everybody on here. If you're just getting into this agency game and you really just want to start making some money and you're trying to like replace your job, your 9-to-5 job, or you're looking for a good passive stream of income, or you're looking for something that's full time for yourself, or you really want to scale your whatever bucket that you're in, whatever situation you're in your life right now. Okay, the best thing that you can do is selling something that actually works and selling it fast. And this is the easiest way to do that, okay? So I'm going to go back in here again. Let's change the color around really quick. I got my bucket, right? My goal is to get people inside of my bucket. And by the way, guys, drop a number 2 in the chat if this is a sexy bucket, because I sure as hell think it is, right? So you got your people, and these are all happy people that you got into your bucket. These are all people that took you up on that offer for that $197 website. So it's $197 setup, right? And then plus $49 a month, right? These are all people that took you up on that offer, right? Cool. We have all of these people here. Great. How do we actually get people into your world? How do we get demos? How many of you guys right now are struggling with getting people booked on your calendar, calls scheduled every single day? Like when you wake up in the morning, you have a call scheduled that day, like you're booked out. You want to speak to me, it's tomorrow. How many people are having that issue right now? Drop a number 2 in the chat if that is you. And guys and gals, be honest about this. Like, this is an interactive workshop. I want you guys to understand that, like, you need to have self-awareness if you're doing something that's failing, or if you're doing something that's not working right, because you'll never be able to fix it and you're just going to be stuck in a hamster wheel, right? So if you realize that, like, is not working for you, now's the time to speak up, okay? And change what you're doing. If you don't have a book calendar every single day, what you're selling is not attractive to people. Or the way that you're trying to get those people onto your calendar is not working, which is hook. How many people have heard of Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, like Hook Story Offer, right? Some of you guys might be familiar with it, right? So we're big believers on the hook part, right? Story is cool, and then definitely the offer part, but hook is like the biggest thing in the world, right? And for those of you guys who don't know what hook is, I want to explain that to you, right? A hook is your initial, it's your initial idea telling them about what your offer is kind of like, right? It's that big moment where it basically opens up their ears or opens up their eyes, and it's like, wow, hold on, let me continue speaking to this person, right? Or let me continue looking at this ad, or let me click on this ad, right? I got hooked into that, right? A good example of that is for those of you guys that are doing cold calls, right? You need a hook. That's your prospecting script, right? So if your script is, this is an example. Hey, my name is Chad. I'm calling from social agency. I'm local in the neighborhood, and we're building everybody in the neighborhood, all the plumbers, we're building them free websites. I'd love for you to see what your new website looks like. That's a hook, right? That's me getting more people interested in what I have to say, opening up their ears. Chances are getting them booked on my calendar right here. Okay, I need a good hook. If you guys are going to use a hook, if you guys are going to use this Insights approach, the best hook, who wants to hear the best hook that we had, literally ever, like best hook that we had in our call center? We made millions of dollars from it. So like, if you're on here and you're not putting a me in the chat, then I don't know what you're doing. I'm just being honest with you, right? Who here wants to know what the best hook was ever? I'm going to take a sip of my drink while you guys drop a number in the chat. Yeah, everybody in here should know that. Okay, literally the best hook was this. I'm gonna draw it out and then I'm gonna say it for you. Okay, the best hook that we had, and let's see if I can get an eraser going here. That's not an eraser. Cool. All right, let me do all this. Let me get this out of here really quick because I want to keep the bucket part. All right, amazing. All right, the best hook that we had was literally this. It was literally free website. This was a sequence of events. Free website. This was our pitch. This is what we called our pitch, our initial pitch. All right, we had our free website. After the free website, then we would go to number 2, and then it would be a demo. Okay. Our pitch was literally, hey, this is Chad calling from social agency. We would also have niche specific lists, right? So for those of you guys working off of niches, which you need to do if you're using Insights because all the templates are niche based, right? So what I'd recommend doing is you guys can use awesome, like Lead Carrot as an example, is an awesome place to go get a lead list. It's amazing, leadcarrot.io, right? I'm good friends with the owner, Ross. You can actually go there and you can download a lead list of all the plumbers in your area, okay, and get a list of like 500 plumbers. You literally take that list and you call every single one of those people. Some of you guys like, Chad, oh my God, I'm actually going to have to work and do something. Yes, nothing in life is automated. If you want an outcome, you need to put in some input, like input equals outcome, right? You have to do that. That's just part of life. So you go there and you download that list, and now you have literally 500 plumbers on your list. I'm doing this as an example. I'll use plumbers, okay? It's called leadcarrot.io. Just type in lead carrot in Google, okay? And that'll take you there. All right, you just go in there and you literally download a list, okay? And let's say I get a list of 500 plumbers, all right? I got a list of 500 plumbers, right? And this is literally my list, right? Plumber, whatever, cool. This is my list of 500 plumbers, right? I'm gonna call every single one of those plumbers and I'm going to pitch them. Very simply, I'm gonna pitch them. My pitch is going to be, hey, what's going on? This is Chad calling from social agency. I just wanted to give you a heads up that we're calling all the plumbers in the local in our local area, and we actually went ahead and built out a free website for you guys. I would love to send you a preview of what that website looks like. I can send it to you in an email, or I can send it to you in a text message. Which do you prefer? Stop talking. That's your initial pitch. Now, you're always going to have rebuttals, all right? And that's basically, the rebuttals are going to come here right before, right? So I'm going to put R for rebuttals because there's always rebuttals. The questions that you're going to get asked, and I'll tell you because I've been through all of these. These are the most repetitive rebuttals that we got, okay? Most repetitive rebuttal that we got, number one, was, I already have a website, I'm good. Rebuttal for that can be, hey, that's cool that you already have a website, but I literally built you a website that looks 10 times better and it's free. I would love for you to just take a look at it. It's no hard feelings if you don't want it, right? And then you keep going down that approach, right? Or another rebuttal can literally just be, I'm not interested right now. Your answer for that should be, yeah, but the website's literally already built. Our team went out and built the whole website for you. Whatever, it took us a lot of time to do that. We'd love to just show you it. It's just, we'll just send you a link and you can check it out. And if you don't like it, no hard feelings. If you do like it, it's free. We can just activate it for you. And I know some of you guys are like, Chad, why do you keep saying free, right? This is a very meticulous approach that you guys are going to have to use, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how this works, all right? So basically what you want to say is you're using the free website as a hook. And then at the end, they're like, all right, you know what? Send it over. Send me the website. They raise their hand. They're like, Chad, you know what? I'm interested. Send me over the website. Yeah, sure. Here's my email. Here's my information. Send me it over. I'll go ahead and take a look at it. What you want to do at the end is you do not hang up. Okay, you never hang up. You schedule a demo. And this is what you're going to say at the end once they raise their hand. Like, all right, awesome, cool. I'll send it for you. Let me just grab your information really quick. What I'd like to do is I'd like to schedule a quick 20-minute demo with you and one of our website activation specialists. What they're going to do is they're going to review the website with you on a Zoom call. Okay, and they're going to go through all the pages. They're going to answer any questions that you have. And if you like the website, they can just activate it for you right there on the spot at the end of the call. Right? And that's how you transition that into a phone call. That's the actual booking transition, right? And then at the end of that demo, what are we trying to do? We're really trying to collect revenue here, okay? And once again, we're trying to collect revenue for $197 plus $49 per month, right? And then you're like, well, Chad, here you said free, but I mean, that's not free. What are we doing here, right? The perfect transition that you can do here, and it works really, really well, guys, is this. When you get somebody on the demo, they're gonna be like, yeah, let's activate it. Who doesn't want to activate a free website? Like, let's be serious. We had our calendars literally booked out using this method. Like, multiple reps booked out all day, taking these demos and doing these demos, right? And guys, just a little pro tip, if you can get this demo point, and what I mean by demo on point is your stack, right? And some of you guys might not know what a stack is. I'll walk you through that really quick. A really good stack, a stack is basically, you take something that might seem simple and you break it down into many different elements and you stack them up and you're like, wow, now that one thing that seems so simple is really, really awesome, right? So like a stack for this could be like, hey, you know what? When you get our website, you actually get a free SSL certificate. You get hosting included. It's a drag and drop website builder. So you can actually edit the website on your own. You don't need to pay any outside website developers. You also have a dashboard that you can log into. Obviously, your sub accounts, which would be DashClicks. And on top of that, you also get a full-blown CRM. You get free marketing automations, right? You have all this inside of the dashboard. All you're doing is you're just finding ways to make this offer sound better and sound irresistible. That's really all you're doing is you just keep stacking. You just think of many different things. And that's what you're going to do in the demo. You're literally going to show them the website and you're going to stack. Okay. And at the end of this, you're then going to take them right back here. And now we're at the time where it's awkward or like we got to collect the credit card. What do I say now? How do I transition this whole free element into now basically like now I need to get your credit card. And it might sound kind of awkward at first, but once we did this, we were selling these things like hotcakes, guys, okay? So all we're saying is, look, the website that we built you, like this awesome website that we built you, right? This thing right here. This website's like 30 pages. It's got all this content. It's got all this royalty-free stock images. It's already like pre-SEO, so it's got like a lot of SEO incorporations in there. It looks great. It's fully responsive. The website build itself is on us, okay? Now, usually market price for a website, as you guys probably know, because you might have either had a website in the past or are looking for a website, On average, a website of this caliber and of this size is about 3 to 5K. That is going to be completely on the house today. All we need is just a one-time setup fee of $197. And this setup fee is basically for our tech guys to just go and help you hook up your domain name, get your SSL activated, and basically set your website up. Might take us an hour or two, right? In reality, it'll probably take you like 10, 15 minutes, right? But that's basically what the setup is for. And then this $49 a month is literally just covering your hosting, your SSL certificate, access to the dashboard, the drag and drop builder, which like if you had a website anywhere else, you still need to pay for hosting, you still need to pay for an SSL certificate. You might not have a drag and drop builder, you might not have this, might not have this, right? That's when you start stacking again when you get here on the price. But you position it as this is basically an activation fee just to help us onboard you and get you activated. And then the $49 a month is literally you're just paying for hosting and the SSL certificate and access to the drag and drop platform, and that's it. Okay. And then they're like, wow, well, okay, well, now if you really put all the cards on the table, really think about what's happening here. Like they can either go and outside and let's just say on the low end pay 3K for this website, or they can go with your offer right now and pay $197 plus whatever, like $49. Okay, so they're going to pay like $250 up front. This is number two. This is number one. This is what's happening right now in the industry, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it, but this is literally what's happening in the industry. How many of you guys were a business would go with number one? How many of you guys were a business would go with number two? Let's all use our brains here and try to hash this out. Go ahead and drop that in the chat for me really quick, guys. How many of you guys would go with offer number one? How many of you guys would go with offer number two? Right? It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm asking a rhetorical question, but like obviously everybody's going to go with number two because why? It's an irresistible offer. It's something that no one else is doing that's outside of the box. Nobody right now is calling people doing this. If they are, they're probably a DashClicks user, okay, because they're using Insta sites. But nobody's doing this right now. Like this is a unique approach. Every other marketing agency I know is literally just selling a free consultation, telling them how they can get them more leads, going through a whole pitch deck and trying to, make a sale at the end of it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to now get this person who literally just bought from me. I'm trying to get him in this bucket, man. I just got another person in this bucket today. My goal is to fill up this bucket. All right. This is my front end offer. How many people are understanding this so far? Just drop a number one in the chat if you understand everything I said so far, because I'm going to, in 2 more minutes, I'm going to walk you through the back end side of this. And now your mind is going to explode. Okay. Awesome. If you guys want, you can go ahead and screenshot this really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the next slide here. Cool. Now the back end offer. Awesome. So now basically, I just sold a website and I have this new person, Bobby the painter, Bobby the plumber, whatever you want to call him. He's a brand new customer of mine now. He's in QuickBooks. He's in my Stripe account. I got his credit card on file. He's literally paying me $49 a month. I have an active subscription, right? Brand new subscription for Bobby the painter. And he's purchased a website from me, right? Website. I got to work on my handwriting, guys. I know, but whatever. He purchased a website for me, and that's what he's paying. So I made my $200 setup fee, and now he's paying me $49 a month, right? Now, here's the thing. Bobby is inside of my bucket. And I know that anybody enters my bucket, there's many things that I have with them. I've built trust with them. I have their credit card on file, right? All those things that we spoke about before. So now I am Bobby's go-to guy for anything that he needs, tech or marketing related. 90% of the time, that's what basically happens to us in our call center. So you can do two things. One, you can hang around and wait for Bobby to call you and ask you, hey, by the way, do you also do SEO? We're looking to get some more traffic to our site. Love to get some, pricing on that, right? Or you can do number two, and you can be proactive about it. And this is what I recommend you do if you want to make money. Okay. So what you do is you literally wait 7 days to go by. Here's where the secret comes. Secret sauce. You wait 7 days to go by. Website's activated. It's good. The guy's happy. Domain's activated. He's good. Bobby's good to go. His website's live on the web for 7 days. You now call Bobby back 7 days later, and you do a customer service call. Okay. And that call is going to go like this. Hey, Bobby, what's going on? It's Chad from Social Agency. Super excited. It looks like your website's up. It's running. How do you like the website? And you're just going to start talking. I love the website. The website's awesome. Yeah, can't complain. No issues with it yet. Everything's working great. It's up. It's live on the web. Awesome. Bobby, I'm super excited. I just want to know, did you have any questions for me, or did you need any support with your website? Is there anything that I can do to help you? Right? You're calling them not to make a sale. You're calling them from as if you're a support rep, helping them, making sure that they're situated and everything is good. Okay. Once they're like, yeah, that's good. At the end of the call, you're going to make offer number 2. Offer number 2. And that's where you're going to sell the next thing in your value ladder. Okay. For us, we on our value ladder, we like basically, for those of you guys who don't know what a value ladder is, it's basically like as you go. So you're making money here, then you're making more money here on your next offer, right? And then you got more money here on your third offer, and then your fourth offer is like super expensive, right? So you're bringing people here up the value ladder, and like your website, right? That website is here, and now basically you're here. This is where you're at right now, right? So draw a little flag, right? This is where we're at right now. We're at this upsell. Okay, what we want to basically do here is make them another offer. Make them another irresistible offer that they cannot refuse. So your whole point as a business, okay? I'm gonna give you a little secret, another secret. Agencies fail because they look for instant gratification, and they look for instant way to run the biggest amount on this person's credit card. What you don't realize is that results in high churn. And what that means is you're going to sign somebody up for $1,000 a month service, and the next month they're never going to pay you again. You're going to lose that customer. What you want to do is slow and steady growth. And if you can do this the right way, and you can find great ways to generate traffic to this funnel, you're going to start making a lot of money. Okay, and it's going to be sustainable revenue that's going to literally last with you forever. Okay, because just so you guys know, in case you haven't known, website average retention rate on a website, studies have shown, is 7 years. I mean, if you sell somebody this right here, average, they're going to be with you 7 years. They're going to continue to pay you $49 a month for 7 years. Okay. So what you want to do here now is you want to make them offer number 2. In offer number 2, for us, we used to sell listings because it was the next thing up in our value ladder. It was literally the second offer that was a little bit more expensive, right? Now what you can do is you can sell listings. And at the end of the call, you're going to do something like this. You're going to say, hey, by the way, Bobby, before we hang up today, I'm looking at your website, and it's so awesome. We're running a crazy promotion today, and I'd love to help generate traffic to your website and traffic to your business. We're running a program. It's called our Listings Manager program. And basically what it does is we get you listed in 70 plus directories. And it basically, if people are looking at those directories like Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yelp, whatever, all those different directory networks, right? And that's, once again, guess what, guys? What are we going to do here? We're going to stack this offer. Boom, boom, boom. These are all of the awesome things that you get in this package, right? It's on sale for today only. This is where you're going to have a little pressure point. It's on sale for today only, and this is $99 a month. Plus, if you want, you can add a setup fee, plus a $49 setup fee. This is conversion number 2. Conversion number 2. And you start tracking this. Do you understand what's happening? How many people are starting to see a trend here? Can you guys guess that there's going to be another conversion number 3 and 4 and 5 at the end of this, right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just keep going with my conversions. How many people get this? Drop a me in the chat, right? So I start selling my Listings Manager program, which, guys, once again, that's inside of DashClicks. In the fulfillment store, it's called Listings. It's $39. You guys can resell it for $99 easy. Okay, most people are selling this product between $99 and $199. Oops, $199. Whoa, something crazy is happening here. Get this pen back up. $199 a month, basically. That's where your sweet spot is for that product. All right, and that's going to be number 2 inside of your value ladder. Okay, so if you can see what we're doing here, this is like a sequence where we're getting somebody to buy in here, then we're getting them to buy again here. We're getting them, I'm going to call them some SEO there, maybe call them back and sell them paid ads there. But I have a customer, and he's going to be with me on this journey. Now, Remember, I'm going to go back. I'm going to draw this bucket again. Now, can you imagine? Here's a secret. Here's where it comes full circle. Can you imagine if you can add these people to your bucket every single day? If you had one person to your bucket, imagine if that was your goal. My goal is to sell one website a day. I need to sell 5 websites a week. I'm putting all my energy in just doing that. If you literally just did that with the offer, 250 times 5, I'm not a math guy, but that's $1,250 a week in sales that you're doing. Okay, that's a lot of money. Okay, and that you also have recurring revenue from that, and that is literally just in your mind, you know that that's your front end offer to get them inside of your value ladder. That's your goal, one website a day. That was me. And if you brought me back to the beginning of the days and you're like, Chad, what would you do if you had to start all over? I literally go to Lead Carrot. I pull a list from Lead Carrot and I would cold call every single person on that list. I would use the exact hook. I would use the exact offer and I would use this exact value ladder and I would start selling people. And my goal would be to fill up this bucket, nothing else. Okay. Because as I start filling up this bucket, this $49 subscription goes from $49 to now he's paying me $49 plus he's paying me, let's say $99. Now this guy is paying me $149 a month. But I did this like 3 times this week. I upsold 3 different people, right? So 3 out of the 5 people took my offer for conversion number 2 here, which is this, right? 3 out of the 5 people took that offer. So all I'm doing is I'm increasing my average revenue, my average subscription value per user by going up the value ladder. And once again, here's where it comes full circle. You cannot do this bucket. You cannot fill this bucket up faster. The whole point of this is to fill up the bucket the fastest that you can. You cannot do that with regular offers like SEO or PPC. You need a massive team. You need to run a massive amount of ads. Like this other process that I'm telling you guys about, you can do this with a list, a phone, and a credit card processing system like Stripe. Okay, that's it. You're done. Right? Your goal is to get people into this bucket and upsell them. And you are going to see that your average revenue, your subscription value is going to be, your products are going to be 10 times stickier. Your customers are going to have way, way, way less churn, okay? Because they're in products that actually work, right? Like a website, directory listings. They have a tangible item, so they're logging into the dashboard because everybody in DashClicks, if you buy them an Insta site or if you get them listings, or even if you just want to give them access to the dashboard, you can add a free sub account, right? Everybody gets access to that. Now it gets even better, right? Because they're stickier. The whole point is, how can I get this person that bought from me, this guy right here, this person, Bobby, how can I get that person to pay me forever? And how can I do it in an ethical way? How can I give him really good products where literally this guy, this dude, Bobby, is paying me now $149 for the next 5 years. And literally I have to do nothing. There's nothing that I have to do else, unless I want to go back and I want to get Bobby on another conversion, maybe bring him over to conversion number 3 and some SEO upsell again. But guess what, guys? If you have the box and you have this bucket right here, this is the magic. People are missing that in the agency world. They're like, let me just get one client who's going to pay me $1,000 a month, and that's it. I'm done. I'm going to quit my job. That guy's going to cancel on you in 30 days, and you're going to be screwed, right? You'll get 5 people to pay you less amount and scale them up. They'll be with you for a lot longer. They'll pay you forever. Okay. Did this help anybody? How many people on here got, like, you know, whether you got like 1 light bulb moment from this, 2 light bulb moments, 5 light bulb moments, this completely like changed your strategy forever, right? So like how many, like, I want you guys to think about that. Are you guys going to basically change your approach now for prospecting? Drop a number 5 in the chat if you guys are going to change the way that you prospect moving forward, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm telling guys, it's me and you here, okay? We're talking, you know, friend to friend, like put business aside, put DashClicks aside, put everything aside. I did this. This is me not just talking out of my butt and saying, oh, go do this and go try this. This system that I just showed you guys is tested. I personally, out of my pocket, spent millions of dollars investing into this system. I've tried it for multiple years, and we had our call center for like 2 to 3 years doing this exact method. Okay, this stuff works. This works if it's done right and it's done methodically. Okay, now this is, and I'm going to be upfront and need to be transparent. I'm going to have a negative here. This is not going to work if your mindset is not right. 75% of you in this room, unfortunately, will fail at this strategy. And I'm just being totally upfront. And the reason why you're going to fail at this strategy is because your mindset is not there. You are thinking about, oh my God, I did all this work for 1 week and I only sold one website. That's the mentality that you're going to have going into this. If you have that mentality going into this, then you're not looking at this as the long run. You're not looking and you're not trying to build a sustainable business. What you're trying to do is get like quick hits on clients and make hit and run. Not the way to run a business, not the way to do ethical business. If you want to keep clients and you want to scale your business, you want to make real money, this right here, what I just showed you guys down below, that's the way to do it, okay? All you literally need to do this is one, obviously Insta is a big driver for this, or else you're going to be building free websites, and that's not free anymore. It's going to take you a lot of time. So use Insta. Use Insta as the tool to automate and do all of this for you. Another thing, use the DashClicks CRM or whatever CRM you guys are using. I don't care what you guys use, okay? But use a CRM to track all of this, track all of your leads, create that pipeline. Make sure that the first stage in your pipeline is lead in. The next stage in your pipeline is scheduled demo. The next stage in your pipeline is website sold. The next stage in your pipeline is listing sold. And your whole goal is to get somebody from the left all the way to the right to the end of your pipeline. And eventually, as you start running traffic and you fill up your bucket, your pipeline, the first stage in your pipeline is going to start getting really full. Okay, and that's how you just keep pushing people to the right, keep scaling people out. So one, pro tip, use a CRM. Don't try to do this freestyle on Excel. It will not work. You're going to have a lot of leaks in that bucket. It's going to be crazy. Okay. Two, Insta is the driver for this. Make sure to go and use Insta. Another cool thing that you can do in Insta is there's bulk Insta. So you can do this at the end of the day. And basically, like if you get like 5 people that are interested, throw them on an Excel sheet and load them straight in to Insta, and it'll just build it all out for you in one shot. And you can also select notifications like send email, send SMS. You can do that all automated inside of DashClicks. To save you a lot of time. Okay. So do that. Another really cool thing, just these are for like pro tip here for those of you guys who are really trying to save time. Okay, another really cool thing that you can do is you can automate this. So inside of DashClicks, you can use deal automations, and you can literally like, I'm going to share my screen here really quick. Let's see, right here. Cool. So you can literally just go to deal automations, and you can literally set up your pipeline to do this. So you can go to my deals, and I'm just in a demo account, by the way, guys. So just to kind of show you what this looks like, but you can literally have like, your pipeline might look different, right? But you can have this, and what you can do is you can have somebody in here like new leads in, and then demo scheduled, and then maybe you can have one that's like demo completed. And when you move the deal over from here to here, you can even automatically build the Insta site, right? So demo scheduled is my third stage in my pipeline. I just go to demo scheduled and I literally put build Insta site. I create the deal automation automatically, and it will automatically, the second I push that deal over, it will build the Insta site. It will also send out an email automatically. It will send a text message automatically. So these are things that you can do to speed up your workflow, because keep in mind, guys, everything that we're doing, all these like meticulous things that we're doing all day, which like dialing on the phone, sending out an email, sending a text message, building the Insta site, filling out the form, like those things take time from your day. Those times, that time that's being taken up from your day on those grunt work style, like repetitive tasks, that should be geared towards revenue generating activities. And that's you on the phones, you booking deals, you doing demos, you filling up your prospecting pipeline. Like that is what you should be focusing on. Should not be focusing on grunt work. Okay. So hopefully that helps you guys. If that helps you guys, drop a number 1 in the chat. What I would like to do really quick before you guys leave is I'm going to give you guys a quick sneak peek, and I'm going to let you guys register for next week's webinar. Okay, so next week's webinar that we're going to do, I'm going to drop the link in the chat here so you guys can register for that. It's totally free. It's next week's Whiteboard Wednesday, as we call it. Cool. So there is the link to register for next week's webinar. And what that is going to be is how to become a super affiliate and create a recurring revenue stream that lasts forever. Basically, what I'm going to be talking about is how to create affiliate offers that are irresistible to the human eye, how to become a professional affiliate marketer and not just a side thing, and how to create automated income by the masses with a detailed plan of action. Okay, so if you guys want, make sure to register. Just so you guys know, there is people are asking about replays and stuff like that. There's going to be replays. It's going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So another thing that I would recommend doing is heading over to our YouTube channel. I'll drop the link in here as well. For those of you people that are lazy, that cannot Google DashClicks on YouTube, I'll drop that in here too. Cool. Give me a sec. All right, cool. Here it is. Awesome. I'm going to give you guys some really awesome resources. Okay, so that's another thing. It will be on our YouTube channel. Another big thing, guys, is if you are not inside of our Marketers Mindset free Facebook group, that's basically where if like you're in this group, if you're in this webinar, going into that group is like just taking steroids literally for being an agency, right? It's all day communicating, all day questions, like all the DashClicks users are in there. That's where we're all congregated, and that's where basically we are all hanging out. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notified when we upload the videos. And once again, this is our Marketers Mindset group. So you want to make sure to go there, click the join button, and go join the free group. That's once again where everybody, all the DashClicks users are hanging out. Everybody from here on this webinar is all hanging out, asking questions, networking with each other, coming up with awesome stuff. So hopefully that helps you guys. Somebody said, where are we dropping these links? I'm dropping these links inside of the Zoom chat. So look inside of the Zoom chat. They're all there. Just hang out. I'm going to hang out here for one more minute. So for those of you guys who are trying to dig through the chat here to get those Zoom links, they're all a couple of the last ones. So somebody said no links in there. Oh, that's my fault, guys. Sorry. For some reason, Zoom had me defaulted to talk to no one. So let me send those links again for you guys really quick, okay? So this is, so everybody stop commenting for 1 second so the comments doesn't bury everything. This is basically next week's Zoom call, all right? This is our Marketers Mindset Facebook group. So that's the link to our Facebook group. And this is the link to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So every time we release one of these updates, or every time we do a webinar, and for some reason you can't make it, you'll automatically get pinged. YouTube will ping you, let you know that we got a brand new YouTube video up there. Go into all those three things. Once again, if you're using DashClicks, I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see all of you guys on next week's webinar. I'm going to be here every single week doing this for you guys. We're going to be hanging out inside of my office and doing this, and I'm super excited. I'm super pumped to be back inside of this kind of weekly webinar routine. I will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your days, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Go out and crush it. Bye, everyone.